Hello everybody, jimmyispromo here, back again with another awesome video. In today's video, we will be talking about one of the best speakers that you're able to get for under $100, and it comes from LG. Now this one is the LG portable speaker. This is the PK5. They do also have two other versions of this if you are looking for one that's either a little bit smaller or a little bit larger. They're referred to as the PK3 and the PK7. But the one we'll talk about today is the PK5, and there's a lot of great things about this product, especially at the price range of $100. So a lot of the things that this speaker actually has infused with it, the sound quality, the way that it's built, and pretty much all of the equalizer modes and everything else is something usually equivalent of something that is about $150 to $200. Now, if you are brand new here at the channel of jimmyispromo and you own a Samsung Galaxy device and you love to hear about some amazing, great products off Amazon, make sure you guys hit on that subscribe button as well as the bell for notifications to get notified for future videos. And don't forget about that playlist tab on the very top to check out all the videos I've made so far for the Samsung Galaxy Note 9, the S9, S9 Plus, and some other amazing products. Now, getting right to the speaker, we won't really unbox it from this box. There's really nothing else inside of here other than just the speaker itself and then a small little white box. Now, I do want to mention what's inside this small little white box, just so you know the contents of what you're getting. Inside of here is going to be a USB Type-C cable, so all you'd have to do is just plug this into any wall mount, and then you're able to charge it by USB Type-C. Now, if you already have USB Type-C at home, then you're good to go, and you can also still use that cable. But I'm just super proud and excited that a company finally is using with their speaker USB Type-C and not just the micro USB. Now, you also will have a smart little simple starter manual letting you know everything that you need to know about the speaker with the 18-hour battery life, with the Meridian audio technology, with the 4 different equalizers and everything else. It's actually a pretty good, simple, straightforward, fast little manual. And then this one is going to be your warranty card. Now, from the top down, we'll be talking about all the buttons and exactly what these things do. This one does actually have a pretty good size to it. You can see me holding it with 2 hands. This one does act as a little handle, so you're able to walk it around everywhere around your house, outside. Even if it's raining, this one is splash proof, has an 18-hour battery life. It does have the Meridian technology, which allows you to have within one speaker 4 different equalizer modes that is built in. And then you also have stuff on the very back, all the different plugs, which we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But one of the things I like about this one as well is you have your battery life indicator, but once you hit on that power button, you'll be able to see what your battery life is. This thing just turns on and activates, and it's already paired within my phone within about 5 seconds. So the thing that's also fun with this one is with these LED lights, you can change the different colors. You have green and blue, purple, red, yellow, orange, whatever color you want it to be, and it can beat with the bass of the songs. And then you also have your Bluetooth button. Here's your volume down, volume up. You also have your play and pause button, which this can also act as going to the next song or previous song. And it can also act as if someone was to call you. You can answer it, reject it, or you'd be able to basically just hang up. Now, this one is the mic button, and it's also the light source as well. So there is an application that you are able to use with this speaker, and the application manages all of this. It changes your equalizer modes, the lights, and the sounds, and everything else that it does. But if you don't have your cell phone right next with you, here is your microphone button. Now, with the microphone button, what you're able to do is if you have a assistant that's on your phone, maybe you have Siri or Google, or you're using Bixby, you're able to hit on that button and you're able to ask questions, change settings, what's the weather like, what's going on with the Chiefs game, or anything else like that. And then with that little light button, when you press and hold on it for just a couple seconds, it'll change the different types of, the quality or the style of lights. So again, you can see that this one's kind of going into green. It's kind of like a forest mode. If I press and hold on it again, it'll switch it to something else that's a little bit more different. So you got green and red and purple. And so that's almost kind of like a party type situation of lights. And then you also have your equalizer modes as well. So when you basically touch on any of those, that means that both of these are off, which means it's standard. If you click it one time, you have your clear vocal. You can turn that off. And if you turn this one on, now you have the enhanced bass, or you can actually turn this one on. And this is the 4th equalizer mode, which is clear vocal and enhanced bass. Before we go any further, there is 2 very important things I do want to talk about and show off with this speaker that you do want to do to your cell phone. Now, the first one is heading over into the Play Store, and once you go to the Play Store, go to the very top and search for Music Flow. Now, once you search for Music Flow, you'll see one that's called Music Flow Bluetooth, and it's also made by LG Electronics. Now, once you have this one downloaded, make sure you get this thing opened. And now this is the application that actually talks with your PK5. And if you have any of the other LG speakers like the PK3 and 7, this will also connect and pair with it as well. So here is all of your different functions. So either you can do Bluetooth, you can make it portable if you're using the 3.5mm head jack in the very back. This one right here is going to be going with the dual play. So you are able to actually connect 2 of these speakers at once. And there is a button behind the speaker, which I'll show you a little bit later, that you're able to pair 2 of these PK5s together. This is where you're able to change those equalizers. So before you saw that I changed these on the very top, you can also watch it and you can see that these lights actually correspond pretty fast with what you are changing on from the application to the speaker itself. So you can change your equalizer modes. And then this is pretty much where you can play music. You can change also the color and the lighting. So if you want, you can even make your own color effect. So you can make it to where it's blinking slow. You can make it to where it's going moderate, or you can also make it go faster. You can have your beat lighting on or off, and you can change the color of what you want it to look like. And also inside of the lighting effect, on the very bottom, you can see where this one is now party. And if you actually touch the screen, the speaker is also going to interact. So if you wanted to make it a little bit more of a party and strobe, you can actually tap on it. Here is your water. And it's actually kind of cool. It's kind of mimicking the ocean of blue and everything else too. With forest, the fun thing with this one is that this is kind of acting as like sunlight coming through the trees. And when you tap on the screen of this application, it starts to pretty much strobe. It's as if the sun is going over those trees. And you know how sometimes the sun hits your eyes and it goes away. And you also have the My Style, or you can have the lights off. So if you want your battery life just to go a little bit further, you don't have to have any lights play as you're playing music. So you can actually make your own style of the lights. You can have it as forest. So this one's actually kind of fun. And then as you play out with the music and everything else, you could see that it was beating with the music, which is definitely pretty cool. Now, the other thing I also want to mention is that there was a few different reviews on Amazon that was talking about how the bass of this really wasn't that loud. So here is the last thing I do want to talk about with the cell phone that you're able to do to make the speaker sound even just a little bit better. If you go inside of your settings of the phone and you go inside of sounds. Now, on the very bottom of sounds, you'll see where you have that sound quality and effects. Now, the output of the Samsung phone here was originally at the equalizer of normal. So it might not really sound all that great no matter what Bluetooth speaker you have. So you can put this thing on rock if you would like to, or you can even add in more bass. So you can customize your equalizer. So if you want just maybe your instrument and your vocal to be maybe right around, I'm trying to get to that dot, right around there, and you want your bass all the way up, now you're going to get a better sound with that Meridian technology that this LG speaker has. And so you can either have clear vocals or bass or anything else. And when you mix it with the sound quality, it's just sick and amazing. Now, how about we head over to the Amazon link? We're going to check out some of the reviews, some of the things that people have talked about, and a little bit more features that LG wants to talk about with this speaker before we get a little bit more hands-on with this thing. So right over here, you can see that there was 42 customers that reviewed it, and it has an average rating of 3.6 out of 5. Now, I did go through here and I checked out their 2-star and the 1-star ratings and why people voted for those, which they are on the lower end of how many people have done that. But with the 1-star rating, somebody mentioned something about how the Bluetooth range wasn't good. It disconnected after 20 feet, and that they said there's nothing obstruction. So for me personally, my experience, it worked perfectly fine. I walked across my house. Maybe their wall was a cement wall. Maybe it was a thicker wall. But this one's perfectly fine throughout the entire house. I also placed it outside. I walked away. It definitely goes for that normal Bluetooth range of 33 feet, at least for my experience. Then when you go over the 2-star rating, you can read a little bit of the comments talking about the powerful bass, and it's not really there. And there's other speakers that sound better than this one under $100. But I've tested a lot of speakers under $100. This one actually sounds a little bit more similar to some of those of the JBL Lynx that are about $200. So this one actually has a really good sound. But if they were to go through their cell phone, maybe they had an iPhone or even a Samsung phone, and they did not go through the sound settings of the phone, and they had it set up as custom, and it was just not set up correctly. Maybe it was underneath normal, or maybe it was underneath concert and it sounded bad on the speaker. So make sure you go underneath the sound settings of your phone, and with the Samsung phone I just showed you, you're able to go underneath the sounds and you can put onto custom. You can add more bass, and then you can kind of put it wherever you want with instrument and vocal, and that right there will make it sound much better. So without blabbing on, if you guys are looking for something that is trying to come before Christmas, by the time that I am basically shooting this video, it will arrive before Christmas. This is where you can see if you want the PK3, the PK5, which is what we're talking about today, or the PK7, and this one's at that $156 range. Now, if we go a little bit below, I do want to talk a little bit more about what's going on here. So there is more sound than sound. You know, with the LG PK5, the speaker has Meridian audio technology, 18 hours of battery life for nonstop party that you can take anywhere. So you can see the handle here, and this is what, you know, I've held on to several times already. You can walk around your house, you can take it outside, you have the lights for the party, and 18 hours. So Meridian audio, what exactly is that? So this is where you're able to enjoy sound quality previously unavailable in Bluetooth speakers. Technology from the renowned experts at Meridian Audio combines advanced signal processing and hardware designed to expand image height and widen the sound field with custom clear vocal and enhanced bass presets, which is what we played with from before. Now also too, this will be able to play that 24-bit quality, so you are able to get sound that's a little bit better than CD. So even if you definitely have an LG phone that has that aptX HD that is built into the phone, you might even get a little bit better sound than what I have here on my Samsung device. So here's that water resistant, splash resistant, so you are able to get it wet, it's able to get splashed on. There is no rating for dust, so don't take it on the beach and get all the sand inside of there, you're gonna mess it up. But if you are outside and it's raining, you're gonna be perfectly fine. You're able to get that party still going and kicking. Here's your action grip that I've talked about from before. Now, action grip is a much better word or term than what I said. So yeah, basically you're able to walk that thing anywhere and everywhere. 18 hours of playback, which is just sick and amazing. That's a really good playback for something that's under $100. And then your beat lighting, which we've talked about from before. So here it is, just with the normal blinking of the light, letting you know your speaker is on. And so as you play a song, you'll notice it'll beat with the sound of the audio. And then you can change the different color themes if you want it to be kind of a lighter color or forest. And then if you want it to strobe, you can tap on the application. So now you've pretty much seen everything that this speaker is able to do, everything it offers, the 18-hour battery life, the Meridian technology, it is splash proof, it has an action grip. You're able to also pair another PK5 with this speaker as well. You have pretty much your 4 different equalizers that's on the very top of this speaker. The sound is actually really good. For a lot of the speakers I have at my house, this one is starting to take over, and it's taking away the usage of one of my other favorite Bluetooth speakers. But this one just has really good sound. It has good control. It also has this little microphone button on the very top. If you hit on the microphone button, maybe the speaker's in the bathroom, my cell phone is maybe in the living room. Well, basically, if I needed to ask it a question or set up maybe a reminder in my calendar, I hit on this microphone button and it talks directly over into my Google Assistant or Bixby, whichever one you would like it to do. So really, at the end of the day, this one for me gets a 5 out of 5 when it comes down to something that's right at that $100 price point. It has a good grip, a good sound, the controls are easy, it comes with an application. Not every Bluetooth speaker comes with its own application. And also too, just the way that it's built and the sound and just the lights and everything, you can turn it off, and the battery life and the connection, it's just, there's really nothing that makes this thing a 4 or 3 star. For me, it's a 5. It also still has USB Type-C to charge it. All of my phones now are USB Type-C, so it makes it easy for me if I lose a cord or cable. I have one around the house I'm able to charge this thing with. So I hope that you guys have liked this video. If you guys did, please give this thing a huge thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit on subscribe if you have not subscribed already. You can subscribe with that little red circle on the very bottom left-hand side. Check out this link below the video inside of the description if this is something that you guys are looking for either yourself or a gift for Christmas. Other than that, I'll see you guys later.